We all know that the most influential part of a customer's buying journey is human touch. But how do we bridge the digital divide when so many interactions start online, like through a simple contact form? Join us as we discuss how to create a more human connection in the digital experience.
You're listening to the Banking on Digital Growth podcast.
Welcome back to the Banking on Digital Growth podcast. I'm Audrey Kanata, operations lead here at the Digital Growth Institute. And today we're diving into a topic that every bank or credit union with an online presence should be thinking about. And joining us for today's conversation is founder and CEO of the Digital Growth Institute, James Robert Lay.
Hey, Audrey.
Hey, James Robert.
Good to talk humanity, team human with you today.
Team humanity.
That's
It is
right.
a team effort.
It is. And it's interesting as we keep moving into this age of AI. I'm curious when the pendulum is going to start swinging back to team humanity. That's what I'm betting on. I'm betting on
Yeah.
people. I'm not saying that AI is not a capability or a tool that we can take advantage of as we do here, but we're also doubling down on people and we're doubling down on relationships too at the same exact time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a team effort. I mean, it's really all of it together and all of these different components working together to make the experience.
Yes. And when you think about digital experiences, digital shopping experiences, we continue to study through our website, Secret Shopping Studies. It's interesting that there's some belief that, well, we're just going to push everything out to AI or to a chat bot. But when it, and that, I could see how that would help on the service side of things, the rote, the repeatable.
Yes. Yes.
But when it comes to making a buying decision for a financial product, completely eliminating the human experience, specifically for community institutions, might not be the best path forward. And you've even seen that when shopping digital only brands, neobanks, fintechs, that there is concern
Yeah.
as to who do I call? Like if I have a question about a product
Yeah.
that I'm thinking about.
Yeah. And especially on the loan side. I mean, I think it goes for both, but we've done a lot of studies recently on home loans and personal loans. And time again, we're seeing or I'm hearing people say that they're just not comfortable taking that step forward unless they've connected with someone, even if it's just for someone to say, you're doing this right, you're on the right path, we got you covered.
Well, I mean, let's talk about that because to your point, you have been facilitating studies. We got quite a bit in the queue right now.
Yes, overloaded in a good way.
Absolutely. And we're still learning. We're still observing trends and patterns. But today we're talking about the contact form and the
Hmm.
role that the quote unquote the contact form plays in a buying journey for a financial product. What are you seeing and hearing more specifically, because these are live observational studies? What are you hearing from people shopping for a financial product, in one particular case, a personal loan?
I think people really respond well to the contact form, love phone numbers being prominently displayed, even if they don't use it, just having that sense of security, like I can find someone if I need to. But I think that the most interesting thing that I'm seeing is people want a variety. Not everyone communicates the same way. There are some people who want to pick up a phone, dial a number, and immediately try to call somebody. There are others who want to speak to someone over the phone, but they can't stand, the hold music and waiting, and they would rather be able to enter their phone number and get a call back. And then of course we have some who would really just prefer electronic, email communication. So I think the biggest insight is giving people choice, of different ways that they can communicate, because not everyone communicates the same, and being very clear on how the organization is going to communicate. We just did a study recently where there was a contact form. Give us your name, first name, last name, email, phone number, and somebody will get back in touch with you. And I had a user comment, and he was like, well, am I going to get a phone call back or an email? Because it asks for both. I don't really check my email. So am I going to get a phone? And even that, like that little bit of confusion being
Mm.
surfaced, these little micro things, I think are overlooked often.
That's a interesting point. It's expectation setting of how will one be followed up with, but perhaps a better way to reframe that is to provide those completing that form with a sense of agency. How would
Yes.
you prefer to be called back or contacted? Phone, email, text message, carrier
Yeah.
pigeon. Last one I thought.
Good. Yes.
Smoke signals. Um,
Right.
but all
Because I
jokes
think
is
that the sense of urgency is different for all of us at that point.
yeah, and I think communication patterns are continuing to transform. Um, just as a personal anecdote, my WhatsApp use has
Oh, yeah.
continued to increase over the last year or so, which was not even in the really the picture 2 or 3 years ago, for that matter. And a lot of that is like the groups I'm involved in, how they're communicating. But it's just interesting to see that change of dynamic for myself personally from a communication pattern. But I think what has withstood the test of time, pre-internet, post-internet, age of AI, is people still connect with people. People still want to
Mhm.
connect with people. Just the way that people connect with people, that's the continued transformation, if you will.
Yeah, and I think even if it's just affirming, Joey Coleman's book talks about the different stages
Mm.
of the experience, of the buying experience. And sometimes it's just an affirmation. Hey, we got your application, we got your note. We're here for you. Thank you so much. This is how you can reach out to us if you need anything. Just that alone, I think, settles so much uncertainty and nerves and anxiety. I mean, when you're shopping for a home loan or a decent personal loan, that there's anxiety there
Mm.
a little bit. I mean, that's a big major decision. Um, and I think just knowing that there's someone there that has your back speaks volumes, even if you can't see the return on that investment, you're still planting a seed in there of trust, building loyalty, you know, for future business with that person.
It's return on relationship, I would
Yeah.
say, more so. But even in the digital context, this is digital sales. This is e-commerce. This is digital retail with a human element. I think about one of the most well-known and perhaps even at the time, transformative and progressive brands in the digital retail e-commerce space that was integrating the human experience into their overall shopping brand experience. It was Zappos.
Yeah.
Um, and the
Gosh,
ability,
I remember you talking about Zappos during my first tour
yes, and
way back.
and I think what was interesting is Zappos was selling a product, is still selling a product that is a commodity, a shoe or shoes. But even more challenging is you're buying a pair of shoes that you have never tried on in the first place. Um, but the integration of the human experience to be able to talk to someone, to ask questions, was very transformative at that time.
Yeah. I think you shared a story about how Zappos, if you were looking for a particular shoe and they didn't have it in stock, they went out and found it for you and like showed you, okay, we don't have it, but they do. Here's where you can find it. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
incredible.
Yeah, and you know what? We have done this in the past. We have called brands, financial brands, banks, and credit unions to see what the bridge of the human experience is as part of the overall buying journey, whether that's a prospect experience, uh, a lead experience. What I want to do though right now is actually I want to call Zappos. I want to call Zappos out of curiosity to see if there's one thing that's still there that was there 10, 12 years ago when we were doing these types of calls all the way back then.
This should be interesting.
Okay, so I got Zappos number pulled up here. We're gonna give them a call here real fast, and
Yeah.
let's see how they answer.
While you're doing that, I just pulled up their site too,
Hello,
and on the
you've reached Zappos.com, powered by Service. Thank you for allowing our customer loyalty team to put a little Zappos in your day. For quality assurance, this call may be monitored or recorded. Para español, oprima dos. If you are an Amazon employee or are calling about your employer-provided shoe program, press 4. If you'd like to hear the joke of the day, please press 5. We'll be
Hey there, this is Susan Sealty, and I've got a joke for you. What do you call a man who finished digging? Dog!
If you would like.
All right. I'm gonna pause on that. That's what I was wanting to check because that joke of the day has been part of their phone tree since we started calling Zappos and doing studies like this. Like you remember that all the way back
yeah,
2009, 10, 11 time period. So that joke of the day has lasted for at least 12 to 15 years. And
planted the flag.
I mean it's a dad joke. Uh
Yeah,
what do you call a man who has finished digging? Doug. But
yeah.
it's an interesting take on what is could often be a very frustrating experience because we know how
Yes.
much people hate phone trees.
I agree. It's being proactive and it's lightening things ahead of time and you're almost you're taking down a little bit of those frustration walls, I think. I know I'm referencing Joey Coleman's book again, but he talks about the going to the dentist and how much just a simple bottle of water or like something really nice, can just change how that person's feeling going into an already annoying and anxious situation. That little step.
And we do know the emotional state that the majority of people enter into when buying a financial product, specifically on the
Yep.
loan side. It's anxious. It's, am I going to get approved? It's some sort of just negative
Or
emotion.
suspicion. There's so much suspicion
Mm.
with financial institutions too.
Well, and I guess that comes back to the point of what are you seeing? What are you hearing from secret shoppers when it comes to the questions? Why do they even feel like they need to reach out and talk to someone in the first place? Why can't they just look at the site and click the apply button and life is going to be great for everyone? What's
It's a
missing?
great question. Well, a lot of the studies that we've been looking at, there's information that is missing, and that is why there is something that is not clear. They need to know something. Maybe, for example, loans. Okay, what's the maximum amount I can borrow? What are the different Rate. Is there a calculator? How much my monthly payment's going to be? Is this even worth my time? Is it even worth continuing on and reading more, filling out an application? Is this even an option for me? Because I don't want to waste any time. And so there is a lack of information that we're seeing and a lack of clear information because there are sites that have just word vomit text all over and people have to really dig. And then there's sites that we see that are just so bare bones. And it's like, okay, we get, why you don't put all the information out there, kind of. But at the end of the day, if someone's not seeing it, I mean, people are only going to work so hard unless they already have some tie to your organization. They're going to abandon and just open up, keep on shopping down, pull up another website if that works. I mean, more often than not, people aren't going to work harder than they have to find the information that they need.
And that's one of the reasons we continuously find by simply adding the phone number to call onto a product's page increases the positive emotions for that shopping experience, because there is frustration when someone has to go and find that phone number to call someone, or they click on contact in the upper right hand corner, but it's just a general contact form and it's not contextualized around shopping for that particular product.
Well, and it makes people feel like you're transparent. They're not hiding from me. Here's their number. It's thrown out here. It's clear as day. They have no problem giving that out. They're here for me. They want me to see it. And that makes people feel so good. Like you said, it raises those positive emotions. They're not hiding from me. They're making it easy to get in contact with them.
Well, with that in mind, I want to do another quick experiment, and we're going to call an organization, a financial brand. We are going to bleep out who this is because I don't know how this is going to go down. We're going to bleep out who it is. We're going to bleep out any personal information, but we're just going to call in like we are shopping for a personal loan. And we're going to ask some questions. So what questions should I ask them based upon what we're getting from this recent secret shopping study from people wanting to talk to someone?
I would say the loan amount.
Like how much can I apply for? Is that the question?
How much they can apply for. The process. How long does the process take to get approved? What are the repayment terms? What can I use this loan for?
Got it. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to see how this goes, and we'll go from there.
Thank you for calling for your digital banking needs. If you are calling about an online account or a loan application, or regarding an account opened online, press 1. If you are calling for digital business banking, press 2. If you are a current or please enter your 9-digit social security or tax ID number.
Hold on. No, I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done.
That is shocking.
I'm done. Because here's the thing. I
did not see that coming.
I did not see that coming either. Like, I called the phone number on this financial brand's landing page, and correct, could you hear that on your end?
I did. Oh yeah.
I pressed the right number, right? I pressed 1. It was
option 1.
Okay, because that was the option that it said to press on the landing page. I just want to make sure that I'm clear. Like, why do you need my social security number? Holy crap. I did not see that coming.
Yeah. We need to explore this one further.
Watch out, because we're going to start doing this. We're going to start calling institutions. We're going to dedicate a series or a show, and we're going to start calling numbers on websites.
Wow. Did it say, we'd have to roll the tape back. It didn't say anything about like you're not already a customer or anything. Like you weren't calling in as a customer
No, and
already as an account.
no, it
So there
just
was
said
no need.
press 1.
Yeah.
See, and this is why we're going to start doing this, because when we do these website secret shopping studies, we can't undervalue the journey that one would take from the website shopping experience to the phone.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, everything that we do is for one reason. It's to help financial brands uncover, surface blind spots in their buying journeys that are costing them loans and deposits. The question is how many people, because once again, this particular organization is running paid traffic to a landing page with this phone number on it, with the directions to press 1, just like I did, to talk to a banker.
Yeah.
Furthermore, if we go and look at their product page for this product that we've been secret shopping here, there's no phone number on the product page. It's only on the campaign landing page that they're running paid traffic to. That's a blind
Interesting.
spot.
And you know what? We we will bring this obviously this up when we meet with their team, but and we see this a lot, the different departments.
Mm-hmm.
Marketing is doing a great job putting this campaign together, and okay, yep, let's put the phone number on there. This is great. And then probably never thought to think, well, then what happens next? Like the handoff in the journey.
Yes.
There's not this connection and conversation happening between the different departments to make sure it's a seamless journey.
This is the marketing cells alignment or misalignment that creates blind spots in the customer journey, in the buying journey. I actually just Googled the phone number that was used on this particular landing page. And I think that's a practical takeaway as we start to wrap up here. That phone number is the same phone number used across the entire internet, basically.
Oh,
So we have no idea what website to contact center attribution looks like. The opportunity is to use a vanity phone number, because a vanity phone number would give us the ability to track inbound calls coming from a particular campaign or a particular product page from like an evergreen perspective on the website. But there's no way to delineate who's calling, who's an inbound sales lead that just bounced because you asked for my social security number before I
you asked
talked
for
to
my
them.
social security number.
Like, seriously, here's the thing. Why'd you ask for my social security number? Who am I? What type of relationship am I going to have with your financial brand?
That's what I'm saying. Like I can see maybe if you already have an account, if you're already an account holder, like I get it. I mean, I just had to call my bank the other day, and yes, immediately they asked for my account number before I can talk to anybody.
You know what we're
But
going to
this
do?
is
You know what we're going to do? We're going to roll this back. We're going to do this again just to make sure that I'm not missing something, because here's the thing. Human relationship. That's the whole point of this conversation today. In a human relationship, if the first thing that I ask for when I meet you on the street is what's your social security number? Oh, that's not going to go good. Hi, how are you? What's your name? Names are important. Names are how we identify ourselves. Names give meaning. Let's do this one more time, just for fun, just to make sure that we're on the right path here.
Thank you for calling for your digital banking needs. If you are calling about an online account or a loan application, or regarding an account opened online, press 1. If you are calling for please enter your 9-digit social security or tax ID number.
Not doing it. Not doing it. That's the call to action on the page. I haven't even applied for anything. how many loans and deposits, millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of loans and deposits are being lost because of blind spots like these that require ongoing secret shopping.
Yeah. This is going to be one of those ones that it's just, we have to share, but it's going to suck, you know, because there's going to be people in the room just like we were.
Yeah. Which begs the
And
question, I think, on this particular landing page. And once again, we keep everything in confidence because in no way are we wanting to shame anyone.
no,
But I'm hoping that inspires you who are watching or listening to start asking questions, start taking some action into, where might we have blind spots that we're not aware of? And let me tell you
yeah,
something. As we've talked about on this podcast recently, we have blind spots ourselves. We are not
oh yeah,
perfect. We learn from we learn from
we've
secret
learned a lot.
shopping. Yeah, from secret shopping, and so grateful for the 10,
Yeah.
12, 15 of you who invested 30 minutes of your time to walk through our new website to tell us where we have blind spots, to where we have gaps. But we
Thank
took
you.
action. So thank you for that. The same is true if you're watching or listening and you're like, where's there a blind spot that we might have? Here's the thing. Text me. 832-549-5792. Or text Audrey, 415-579-3002. Just text blind spot and we will follow up with you. You will get a text back from us. I've received multiple texts from this podcast for people who are asking the question, where do I have a blind spot that I'm not aware of? That's why we do these website secret shopping studies. And once again, I'm surprised because we're doing this in real time. I'm also curious, though, what would happen if we completed the contact form on this particular landing page? How long would it take to get a response back? Something that you and I are going to take action on.
I'll do it
following this podcast.
Yep.
This has been a good one. Always something to be learned. Always something new.
Absolutely.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
And let's keep these going. Let's keep calling. Let's keep learning. Let's keep growing together.